Have you ever wondered if there is something or someone controlling the events of the world, guiding humanity toward a dark destiny? What if the most trivial events in pop culture and the seemingly random decisions of world leaders were pieces of a carefully planned puzzle? Welcome to the universe of the Illuminati, a secret society that, for many, never ceased to exist. Welcome to another night where mysteries never sleep. I am Midnight, and this is 7 Nights. Before we dive into this story filled with chilling revelations, remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel. It helps us continue exploring the most hidden secrets for you, ready to uncover what lurks in the shadows. Now sit comfortably. This story goes beyond common theories. We're going to explore the symbols you see daily, the hidden messages in the songs you listen to, and the connections between major entertainment tragedies and a dark power. Are we living under the designs of a secret society that controls not just governments but also our minds? An ancestral conspiracy. The Illuminati, founded in 1776 by Adam Weishaupt, began as a secret society in Bavaria with the purpose of promoting rationalism. An intriguing start, isn't it? Beginning as a benevolent group and becoming synonymous with global conspiracy. It sounds like a movie plot, but has more layers than we might imagine. And combating the influence of the church and the monarchy. At first glance, it seemed like an enlightened movement, but soon its reputation was tarnished by accusations of conspiring to overthrow governments and establish a new world order. The organization was officially disbanded in 1785, but many believe it survived in the shadows, adapting over the centuries. Over time, the Illuminati became one of the greatest mysteries of modern history. Conspiracy theories claim that far from disappearing, the group infiltrated power structures, including governments, banks, and industries. Their alleged occult practices and plans for global domination fuel the imaginations of millions. But how could a secret society from the 18th century remain relevant today? Fascination with the Illuminati grew, especially with the rise of pop culture. Movies, books, and music began mentioning symbols linked to the order, sparking an almost obsessive public interest. Some say the group uses these references to remain visible to all, yet still untouchable. Scholars point out that the true power of the Illuminati lies in their alleged ability to manipulate public perception. Through the media, economy, and politics, they supposedly steer the course of humanity. The idea that they are everywhere and nowhere only deepens the mystery. Does this make them a legend or a real threat? Among the strongest proponents of the modern existence of the Illuminati are theorists who analyze patterns in global events, claiming they follow a secret agenda. Every war, economic crisis, or technological breakthrough would be part of a grand plan. However, concrete evidence is lacking, leaving the allegations in a hazy zone between fact and fiction. But if the Illuminati still exist, what would their ultimate goal be? And how did celebrities, seemingly far from the world of politics, become central pieces of this occult game? Symbols hidden in plain sight. In music videos, album covers, and even award show stages, symbols like pyramids, all-seeing eyes, and specific gestures frequently appear. Many believe these images are coded messages representing the Illuminati's presence. Others argue these associations are coincidences or marketing strategies. But is it really all just chance? The all-seeing eye, also known as the Eye of Horus, is one of the most used symbols in pop culture. It appears in music videos by artists like Beyoncé, Lady Gaga, and Rihanna, always in contexts that evoke mysticism. Some claim these visuals are proof that these artists are linked to the Illuminati and use their work to spread subliminal messages. Pyramids are also recurring. The image of the triangle, often with an eye at the center, is attributed to the New World Order. It is seen in costumes, set designs, and even dance choreographies. These representations raise questions. Are they merely visual elements or something deeper, like allegories of power and control? Semiotics experts suggest that these symbols have roots in ancient cultures and are used for their visual impact. However, conspiracy theorists disagree. They argue that these icons hold specific meanings in Illuminati doctrine and that their constant repetition is a way to familiarize the public with the sect's symbolism. Events like the Grammys and the Super Bowl are also hotbeds of controversy. Performances filled with symbolism are analyzed frame by those who believe such ceremonies are disguised rituals. The public watches, unaware, as occult invocations supposedly take place, participating involuntarily in an esoteric spectacle. Whether as a marketing strategy or evidence of a global conspiracy, The use of symbols tied to the Illuminati raises the same question. Why would these artists repeatedly choose such icons? Coincidence or hidden message? The mystery only deepens. Fame pacts. The most disturbing theory involving the Illuminati is the idea that celebrities make dark pacts in exchange for fame and fortune. Here's where things get really sinister, right? Because it's not just about selling records or winning awards. It's about literally selling your soul. Heavy stuff. These alliances, according to theorists, come at a high price, the soul or even a human sacrifice. But why would anyone agree to such a dreadful deal? It's said that to reach the top of the industry, one must please the elite controlling everything behind the scenes. This pleasure could range from symbolic rituals to extreme acts. Artists like Bob Dylan and Katy Perry have mentioned in interviews that they sold their souls, although they might have spoken metaphorically. Certain events reinforce these theories. Tragic deaths of close relatives of artists are often associated with the Illuminati. For example, the loss of Kanye West's and Jennifer Hudson's family members raised suspicions that these events were sacrifices required for success. In addition to sacrifices, rumors suggest the pacts include long-term obligations. Celebrities would be forced to convey specific messages and participate in events that promote the sex ideals. But what happens to those who regret or try to escape this agreement? Public breakdowns, like those of Britney Spears and Amanda Bynes, are interpreted as acts of rebellion. According to theorists, when a celebrity defies the Illuminati, they are punished through public humiliation or even institutionalization. The theory of pacts might be the most controversial and frightening. If it's real, it implies that the glory of many global idols is built on dark and sacrilegious foundations. Is the price of fame higher than we imagine? Messages at awards shows. Award shows like the Grammys, VMAs, and the Super Bowl are entertainment spectacles that attract millions of viewers worldwide. The Super Bowl and Grammys? It seems like if someone coughs on stage, people are already analyzing its meaning in the world of theories. However, many theorists suggest that, beyond artistic celebrations, these events serve as fronts for hidden rituals organized by the Illuminati. The idea that symbols and gestures during performances carry esoteric meanings is not new, but gains traction with every presentation filled with mysterious elements. A famous example is Madonna's Super Bowl halftime show in 2012. Dressed as an Egyptian priestess and surrounded by dancers performing ritual-like choreography, she became a target for theorists. To some, the spectacle was a theatrical representation of an Illuminati ritual, where the artist reaffirmed her position within the order. Is it all just a coincidence or an explicit message? Another widely debated case was Beyoncé's 2017 Grammy performance. She wore a crown that many associated with the figure of Isis, the Egyptian goddess of magic. The performance featured symbols tied to fertility and divine power, but it was also interpreted as evidence of her connection to the occult. Beyoncé, in fact, is frequently pointed out as one of the leaders or queens of the alleged Illuminati circle in music. In addition to performances, the stage designs and backdrops are often linked to mystical elements. Pyramids, eyes, geometric figures, and even lights in specific patterns are closely examined by believers in the theory. They suggest that such details are meticulously calculated to convey subliminal messages to viewers. These events also raise questions about the intentionality of the artists. Are they aware of what they're portraying, or are they merely puppets in the hands of a more powerful group? Some argue that the artists fully understand and accept the terms, while others are merely unconscious tools. Regardless of the truth, the suspicion that major awards shows hide dark secrets beneath layers of art and spectacle persists. Is the audience, while watching these performances, being hypnotized and absorbing hidden messages that go beyond music and dance? Mysterious deaths. The entertainment industry is marked by tragedies that shock the public. Celebrity deaths under suspicious circumstances often raise questions about possible Illuminati involvement. Theorists argue that these deaths are not accidental but planned executions to silence those threatening to expose dark secrets or desert the sect. One case that still intrigues many is the death of Michael Jackson. The king of pop began publicly speaking about higher powers controlling the industry, referring to them as a mafia. Shortly after, he died from a medication overdose administered by his personal doctor. Was it a coincidence or retaliation for challenging the Illuminati? Whitney Houston is another frequently mentioned name in these theories. Her death, found in a hotel bathtub during a high-profile Hollywood event, was deemed suspicious. The fact that her daughter, Bobby Christina, died in a similar manner years later only fueled the idea that both were victims of an Illuminati sacrifice. Another example is Avicii, the famous Swedish DJ who died in 2018, reportedly by suicide. Before his death, he produced a music video titled "For a Better Day," which appeared to expose human trafficking and corrupt practices. Some believe he was exposing the Illuminati and was eliminated because of it. The list of suspicious deaths continues. Heath Ledger, Chester Bennington, Prince, and even Princess Diana are often included in this narrative. While authorities classify these tragedies as accidents, overdoses, or suicides, many see patterns suggesting a connection to something bigger. The mysterious deaths of celebrities leave a lingering question. Are they the price of trying to leave the game, or proof of a dark force eliminating those who don't follow the rules? Mind control and MKUltra. One of the most unsettling theories about the Illuminati is its connection to mind control. Allegedly, celebrities are not only part of the sect, but are also manipulated by it through programs like MKUltra. This project, officially discontinued, was a CIA initiative in the 1950s to investigate mind control techniques. Theorists believe its methods are still in use today. Artists like Britney Spears and Kanye West are often cited as victims of these practices. Man, Britney's case is practically a manual for how these theories gain traction. The stranger the behavior, the more people connect the dots. Britney, in particular, exhibited erratic public behavior, which many associate with the breaking of mind control. Her conservatorship, managed by her father, is seen as a way to keep her under control after allegedly being programmed. The concept of mind control in celebrities is reinforced by the idea of monarch programming, where severe trauma creates multiple personalities. This would explain the seemingly contradictory behaviors of some stars and the emotional breakdowns that occur in public. Are these natural reactions to stress or signs of broken psychological control? Often, symbols like butterflies and cages appear in music videos and stage costumes. These icons are interpreted as references to mind control, particularly monarch programming. Butterflies represent the forced transformation of a controlled personality. These elements are repeatedly seen in pop artists' videos. In addition, there are reports from insiders claiming that stars undergo reprogramming in rehabilitation centers. According to these theories, when a celebrity disappears for some time to address their health, they are being subjected to techniques to restore their loyalty to the order. But do these stories hold any truth? Whether myth or reality, the idea of mind control linked to the Illuminati raises a disturbing question. To what extent are our favorite celebrities free to make their own decisions, and how much of their lives is dictated by unseen forces? The Idol Factory. The Illuminati are often accused of using celebrities as tools to shape public opinion and influence behaviors. According to theorists, the entertainment industry is a veritable idol factory designed to create charismatic figures who wield power over the masses. These artists not only entertain, but also disseminate specific messages on behalf of the sect. The creation of an idol is allegedly a controlled process from the start. Singers, actors, and digital influencers are said to be selected and trained to become perfect puppets. This would include strict control over their image, public statements, and even personal actions. Everything would be meticulously planned to achieve the group's larger goals. Pop music is seen as one of the Illuminati's main instruments. Lyrics that seem harmless may contain subliminal messages, and music videos often feature hidden symbols. For example, artists like Taylor Swift and Ariana Grande are frequently analyzed by theorists who find hidden patterns in their work, supposedly indicating an affiliation with the sect. Moreover, there is the idea that idols are used to distract the masses from the real issues of the world. While the public focuses on scandals, relationships, and new releases, issues like inequality, wars, and financial manipulation are left aside. Distraction is an effective method to maintain control over large populations. There is also the theory that some celebrities serve as living testimonies for the Illuminati, appearing at strategic moments to influence major decisions or global events. This can be seen in awareness campaigns or public statements that follow a specific narrative. But how aware are these figures of their role? If these theories are true, we are living in a world where our idols are carefully manufactured to guide us down a path set by forces we will never see. Are celebrities mere products of a larger system, or is there more authenticity behind the fame? The case of Britney Spears. Few stories illustrate the theories about Illuminati control, as well as the case of Britney Spears. From her meteoric rise to fame as a teenager, to her public breakdown in 2007, and the controversial conservatorship that lasted over a decade, Britney is often cited as an example of extreme manipulation in the entertainment industry. Britney's trajectory began with overwhelming success, but according to theorists, her life was always rigidly controlled. Her career choices, public image, and even personal life were monitored. The breakdown that culminated in her infamous head-shaving incident was interpreted as a desperate attempt to break free from the system. The conservatorship, which gave her father and other administrators total control over her life, is seen as an extreme containment measure. Some believe this was a way to keep her under control after she began rebelling against the Illuminati. The hashtag #FreeBritney, which went viral on social media, brought global attention to the case, but many still question whether she has truly achieved freedom. Britney's enigmatic videos on her social media are frequently analyzed by fans and theorists. Some see coded cries for help in them, while others believe they are attempts to send subliminal messages about what is happening behind the scenes. Her often disheveled appearance in these videos further fuels rumors that she may be manipulated or suffering from mind control. The impact of Britney Spears' case goes beyond her personal story. It raises questions about what happens to other celebrities who try to break free. If Britney, one of the world's biggest stars, could not escape this supposed control, what does that mean for less influential artists? In the end, Britney became a symbol of the fight against the system. But what really happened to her remains a mystery, leaving an unanswered question. To what extent were her actions orchestrated, and what do we still not know about her relationship with the darker side of the industry? Kanye West. Kanye West is one of the most controversial figures in the music industry, and his statements and erratic behavior have placed him at the center of Illuminati theories. To some, Kanye is a defector trying to expose the truth about the sect. To others, his actions are calculated, part of an internal game to confuse and manipulate the public. Over the years, Kanye has made cryptic statements about control in the music industry. In interviews, he has spoken about hidden forces that manipulate artists and his struggle to maintain his creative freedom. Some of these remarks have been interpreted as direct attacks on the Illuminati, while others are seen as the ramblings of a man in crisis. One moment that reinforced these theories was Kanye's interruption of Taylor Swift's speech at the 2009 VMAs. Many believe the incident was more than a burst of ego, but rather a symbolic act of rebellion, or even a staged event by the Illuminati to generate controversy. After all, scandals also serve as tools of distraction. Kanye's erratic behaviors, such as his controversial support for political figures and sudden changes of opinion, are often attributed to mind control or attempts to escape it. When he was hospitalized in 2016 for exhaustion, theorists suggested he was being reprogrammed, a practice supposedly common among defectors. Despite the criticism, Kanye remains an influential figure. Some believe he has achieved a unique position. He has knowledge of the Illuminati's secrets but uses it to his advantage, playing both sides to protect himself. This would explain his ability to remain relevant despite so much controversy. Kanye's case raises intriguing questions. Is he a victim trying to escape, an insider playing strategically, or simply someone caught in the web of a conspiratorial narrative? Whatever the truth, his story continues to fuel theories about the Illuminati and their control over celebrities. Hollywood, the epicenter of Illuminati influence. Hollywood is often described as the epicenter of Illuminati control. If there's one place where these theories run rampant, it's Hollywood. After all, they have the stage, the cameras, and the power to create stories everyone believes. As one of the largest cultural industries in the world, the City of Dreams holds the power to shape global narratives and influence society. For this reason, conspiracy theorists believe it has been carefully infiltrated by the Illuminati, who use its resources to spread hidden messages and agendas. Since the golden age of cinema, Hollywood has been seen as a stage where the Illuminati exercise influence. Many films are analyzed for containing subliminal messages, hidden symbolism, and recurring themes of power and control. Productions like The Da Vinci Code and Eyes Wide Shut are cited as examples of stories that subtly touch on the sex activities. But are these works exposing the truth or normalizing these themes? Theorists point to the control studios have over artists' careers. The idea is that million-dollar contracts, abusive clauses, and secret agreements keep actors and filmmakers under control. When someone tries to rebel or step out of line, there are consequences. One example cited is Jim Carrey, who, after making controversial statements about hidden forces, began to appear less frequently in major productions. Award ceremonies like the Oscars are also viewed as events controlled by the Illuminati. The speeches, set designs, and even the awards themselves are often analyzed as symbols of power and submission. The phrase, "I thank the great names behind all of this," commonly said by winners, is interpreted by some as a direct nod to the hidden elite. Hollywood is not just a hub for movies and series, it's also the birthplace of many cultural movements. This includes the normalization of ideas such as transhumanism, artificial intelligence, and a borderless world, topics that, according to theorists, are part of the Illuminati agenda. Everything would be carefully inserted into the cultural narrative to prepare the public for a new world order. If Hollywood is truly controlled by the Illuminati, it would mean that much of what we consume daily is, in fact, a manipulation tool. Have we been conditioned by decades of movies, music, and series without realizing the extent of the control over our perceptions? Insider accounts, confessions, or conspiracy? Over the years, several people have claimed to have knowledge of how the Illuminati operate behind the scenes in the entertainment industry. These accounts, often dismissed as absurd, are seen by some as valuable confessions. But are these individuals legitimate whistleblowers or just attention seekers? One of the most talked about cases is that of Kathy O'Brien, a writer who claims to be a survivor of a mind control program called Project Monarch. According to her, the elite use these techniques to manipulate public figures and turn them into puppets. Kathy has described events involving bizarre rituals and dark practices aimed at breaking the will of those involved. Another widely discussed account is that of Bob Dylan. In an interview, he mentioned making a deal with the commander of this world to achieve fame. While the statement could have been metaphorical, many interpreted it as a direct reference to the Illuminati. Other artists, such as Lady Gaga, have made similar declarations, further fueling these theories. Anonymous insiders also frequently appear online, sharing chilling details about secret meetings and rituals conducted by the elite. These accounts often describe lavish parties that turn into scenes worthy of horror movies. However, the lack of concrete evidence makes verifying these stories difficult, leaving them in the nebulous realm of speculation. Theorists believe that insiders who dare to speak publicly face reprisals. Many report being stalked, threatened, or even having their careers suddenly canceled. This only strengthens the belief that something much larger is being protected behind the scenes. Despite the lack of conclusive evidence, these accounts continue to fuel conspiracy theories. They raise a disconcerting question. What if even a fraction of these stories is true? Would that be enough to change the way we view entertainment and its power over us? What is the Illuminati's plan? Behind all the theories about the Illuminati, one question remains. What is the sect's ultimate goal? This is the million-dollar question, right? Because if all of this is true, we're talking about a global chess game where we're just pawns. According to theorists, the Illuminati work toward the implementation of a new world order, a global system where a single government would control all nations, abolishing borders and concentrating power in a small group of elites. This new world order would be achieved through a series of strategic steps. First, control over the masses would be established through cultural and entertainment manipulation. Celebrities, media, and large corporations would serve as tools to shape opinions and behaviors, paving the way for global submission. Additionally, technological advancements would be used to monitor and control populations. Ideas like implanted microchips, centralized digital currencies, and total surveillance are frequently cited as part of this plan. These elements would be presented as necessary advancements for security and progress, but would actually serve to eliminate any trace of individual freedom. The elimination of independent political leaders is also a central point of this theory. The Illuminati supposedly orchestrate economic crises, wars, and pandemics to weaken governments and increase their dependence on a central authority. Every global event would be a carefully calculated step toward total domination. However, there's an even darker side. Some theorists believe the sect has spiritual motivations, aiming to align humanity with dark forces. This would explain the rituals, symbolism, and occult practices allegedly linked to the Illuminati. It would be not just a political plan, but also an esoteric one, involving a battle between good and evil. If the Illuminati truly exist and have such ambitions, what stops us from resisting? Is it a lack of knowledge, or the fact that we might already be deeply entangled in their web? The truth may be closer and more terrifying than we imagine. So what do you think? Are the Illuminati a myth or a silent threat watching us, controlling every aspect of our lives? This story is just one piece, and one day, we might see the whole puzzle. If this made you think, subscribe and like the video. It helps the channel grow. Don't forget to share. After all, more voices mean more discoveries. If you've made it this far, it's because something in this mystery captivated you. But I bet you haven't seen everything yet. Click on the next videos now to continue your journey into the unknown. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe so you don't miss the next secrets I'm about to reveal. But be careful, once you step inside, there's no turning back.